Okay, welcome. My name is Tanya and I have Rachel and Max with me here today from Anytime Fitness in Paddington, Sydney. We're going to do a Q&A about what it takes to run these businesses and find out a little bit more about these guys. So welcome to the channel.
Hello.
Hi.
So first of all, Rachel, can you explain to me what your role is here and some of the key jobs that you do as in your role?
Sure. So I'm the group manager for Anytime Fitness, Paddington and Edgecliff. So I have a responsibility over both clubs to help the team execute everything that they want to execute in terms of making sure everything's planned and marketing and...
I just had a walk-in, carry on. We've just had a walk-in.
Yep. I also work predominantly in the Paddington club, so I do a bit of sales. I assist Max with his day-to-day operations in the club, cleaning, all sorts of stuff.
Okay. Yeah. Excellent. And welcome back, Maxie. Just doing your job. Maxie, what's your role here, and what are some of your main daily activities that you do?
Oh yeah, so club manager here in Paddington. What I do is outside of the normal, talking to members, getting people signed up, finding prospects. It's all about, club cleanliness, making sure the vending machine is stocked, equipment is properly maintained, aircon's working, all the behind the scenes paperwork that goes into having the amount of members we have.
Yeah. Excellent, great. Okay, so there's quite a distinctive role between group manager and club managers as well, but it sounds like you guys sort of all work as a team as well.
Yeah,
for sure.
Okay, cool. Okay, so Rach, can you explain to me how you ended up in the fitness industry? Tell me a bit about your story.
Yeah, sure. So I was a solicitor practicing in family law. How long ago? Look, 8 years ago, something like that. And I was a member of Anytime Fitness in Sutherland. Look, the law was not really for me. It just wasn't a great environment. It was quite negative, especially being in family law. It was taxing in terms of an emotional side of things. So at the same time I was going through that kind of headspace, I was working with a personal trainer myself, and I lost a lot of weight and got really fit and just enjoyed the positive nature that kind of gave. So I decided to go and do my Cert 3 in fitness, and I asked a very wise woman, I approached the manager of Anytime Fitness in Sutherland and said what I was wanting to do, and she's offered a job. So I was all good from there and started working there casually, learning the ropes, and then quickly was given the role of manager, which was great. Was there for 5 years and now here.
Great. Yeah. Excellent. And Max, what about you? What's your story? How did you end up in the fitness industry?
Oh God, my story is long.
In a nutshell.
In a nutshell. So my background really is in a lot of customer service roles. So bar and restaurant management, flight attendant, worked at the casino. So it was a lot of working with people and talking to people. The hours of those jobs just weren't fitting in with the lifestyle that I wanted. So I studied and I became a personal trainer. From there I worked and I built my own business. And I still had the bar job on the side. I was still running restaurants, and it became a bit too much for me to juggle everything. And so I came and I found this. So I'm working now in fitness. I mean, how I got into fitness really and how that started was I had a really amazing mentor and a really amazing personal trainer. Probably started with her 10, 11 years ago. From there, I became a competitive pole dancer, and the rest is history, I guess. I studied and then I'm here.
Right, excellent.
Yeah,
great,
in a
great
nutshell.
History. Excellent.
In a nutshell.
So guys, but this is to both of you. What do you think? Why do you think Anytime Fitness is so successful in Australia and I guess globally? But let's just focus on Australia. Why do you think it is so successful?
Go. Yeah.
Well, I think back in the day, like when I joined the club in Sutherland, it was really, I think, the convenience was really important back then.
Because 24 hours
24
was just
was
coming
like,
in. Yeah.
what? There's a 24-hour gym. I can go whenever I want.
Yeah.
And I can go to any club. Like, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of the appeal back then for me. But as I've grown to know the brand and been in different clubs and worked in different clubs, I think we stand out because of the care factor. So we really focus on making sure we know who our members are. We greet them by name when they come in the door. We know what their goals are and we check in with them and find out what's going on and all that kind of stuff. So it's really that care factor.
Yeah.
I think, do you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Knowing what our members are up to, you know, a little bit more about their personal lives, chatting to them, seeing where they're at with their goals, what they're doing to achieve their goals.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so more member-centric versus like it's just a turning business machine type of thing. Yeah, okay, cool. Excellent. So this question's for both you as well. You know, staying on the running a club for 24 hours, what does it take? Explain to us, like as a member, I pay my, $16 chink and expect all this to, be available to me now.
Yeah.
What does it actually take to run these clubs? Because I'm assuming running a club for 24 hours, every day of the week, what does it take?
Yeah, so we come in the morning, make sure, we do a walk around, make sure everything's in check, make sure everything's working correctly. After we've set up in the morning, we jump online, make sure, see who's come in overnight, make sure the door's working correctly, because that's a big part of the 24-hour aspect, is because we're not here all the time, we have to have a top-notch security system to make sure people who are coming in are doing the right thing, not trashing the place while they're here or bringing all their friends in for a party.
Yeah.
So we've got...
So that's a daily check that you...
I love it.
Yeah.
I love checking the security system. Yeah.
Max is really good at checking the cameras.
Yeah, because like you said, safety is
number one.
Be,
Safety is number one. We've got to make sure that all of our members are safe when they come in and train overnight, because people work especially in hospitality, will finish at midnight, 1 o'clock and come and train here. So we need to make sure that it's a safe environment for them to train overnight. Outside of that, we've got to, maintain all the equipment, make sure things like the aircon's working, make sure that the vending machine is stocked so people can always have access to water, make sure that their toilets are clean, toilet paper stocked, all that sort of stuff that goes on in the background. That
Putting weights away
that people don't usually see.
Yeah. So there's a lot.
Heaps.
There's heaps to keep you busy on a day-to-day.
Yeah, I can imagine. And you guys are a small team as well, right? It's not like you've got hundreds of staff. This is, you two sharing this load as well, making sure the standards are there. Excellent. Okay. On a personal level, guys, what gets you up in the morning? Like, why do you? I mean, you've been in the industry a little bit in this role as well, and Max, by the sounds of it, you've always been in customer care as well. So, what is it that gets you up in the morning? What do you love about this work?
Oh, I wouldn't come if we didn't have great members.
I
mean, it sounds really sucky and whatever, but if we didn't have fun members, or if someone walks out the door and we're like, oh, I love that new member, they're so cool, it would be a really crappy job.
Okay. So varying members is Max.
For sure.
Yeah.
The members and the team make it.
Yeah, for sure.
You
too.
Sorry. It's true.
Yeah. We do laugh a lot.
There's lots of laughs that happen during the day.
Yeah.
But it's true. Our members are great.
Yeah.
We love to come in and see them, find out what's going on.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, so I did a little prep work before I was going to run this interview, and I wanted to see, so I got onto seek.com, and as if I was about to apply for a job in the fitness industry, and just in Sydney alone there were over 350 positions available. So to anyone watching this, what advice would you give someone who is interested in either getting into the fitness industry or possibly in the fitness industry and maybe progressing? What advice would you sort of give?
Yeah.
Yeah, Max, do you want to start on this one?
Yeah, of course. I would start by finding a mentor, finding someone already in the industry that you have maybe a connection with, and having a chat with them. It really depends on what role you're looking at. If you're looking at going down the PT route, obviously you've got to go study and then find your mentor, find what sort of route you want to go down, because, you know, everybody has different things that they like. So you might be more of a strength and conditioning trainer, you might be more of a rehab trainer. You know, you've got to go and learn and upskill to find, you know, what you're passionate about and go down that route. Find yourself an amazing mentor that can help you get a foot in the door, you know, and then find a club that you want to work at. If PT isn't really for you and you really want to be more on the reception or the club manager side, it's again upskilling. You've got to start somewhere. So talking. Sorry, you go.
I was going to say, I think a lot of people don't really. I mean, you wouldn't because you're not in the industry, but what the roles actually consist of. So, you know, for example, a personal trainer. If someone comes to me and wants a role as a personal trainer, like, yeah, I've, you know, played footy for 10 years at the elite level and I've been fit all my life, then that's fantastic. But very often it's difficult to understand like what the role requires. So just because you're sporty and fit doesn't mean that you're going to be a good PT. You need to really understand like the roles about empathy and being able to communicate with your clients and being able to sell and cleaning and maintaining equipment. So it's not just because you're a sporty person.
You've got to
be
really
a good
do
PT.
everything.
You've got to really get to the guts of what like these roles are. They're not easy. It's not an easy thing to be a PT. You have to work really, really hard. As you know.
Yeah. And I mean, just from looking in as well, the hours also are not. You know, if you want to work 9 till 5, definitely not the industry. No. So it's early mornings, late nights, weekends, etc. Yeah. Okay, cool. Okay, so both of you, what do you look for in a boss or working for a company? So what are some, again, if we're looking for someone who is possibly looking at starting in the business, what advice, again, same sort of thing, you know, I'm assuming not all bosses are the same and all companies don't run the same, so how do we look into that?
I've been really lucky. Our current boss, Craig, so the franchisee here at Paddington and Edgecliff, is great in terms of he really cares about the members, but he cares about his staff, and he does a lot of work with us in terms of helping us develop. We learn a lot. We do staff development days. Like some members may have realised a couple of weeks ago that we closed the club offices for a day so that we could work on all sorts of things to make the business better, to help us help members better and all that kind of stuff. So someone who's interested in helping develop his staff is like, that's fantastic. And again, my previous bosses at Anytime Sutherland were really great with that as well. And I learned a lot, like going from a place where I've never been in the industry before. I have no skills that I've learned previously that I don't even know, like, are they going to help me? I don't know. So that was really great. So I've just been really lucky that I've had some great bosses, and I guess someone that just cares, like, and wants to help you develop in your career.
I agree. Like, I mean, we were really lucky to get Craig, because there's bosses out there that will take more of a back seat and just be like, you do it, you do your thing, good luck, you know, and not be there for advice. Like Craig's pretty much always on call for us if we ever need anything or have any questions about anything. He's a world of knowledge and a really great resource to have. And he never has ever been like, go figure it out yourself. You know?
I'm like that sometimes.
But no, you need somebody that's, you know, going to take charge and be there to help the staff and help develop the staff.
Excellent.
Everything that she said.
So So basically someone who's very caring and take care of their staff.
Yeah, I
obviously.
think so, yeah.
I know, we sort of chat about this, it's like, it's a bit of a no-brainer, but obviously it does take work because not every boss is good, right? So
No.
it does take the special,
For sure.
So Rach, this question's directed to you in your role specifically. What would be 3 characters or qualities a person would need to have to be in a position like yours?
Sure.
Do you think?
I think you have to be adaptable. So like my days can vary from, operational work across both clubs, or diving into reports and pulling out data, and then it could be sitting in the office setting up a new membership, and then the phone's ringing, and I've got to chat to staff about something, or like it can just vary and things pop up. So you're not in an isolated office somewhere, you're in a front office and anyone can walk in at any time, so you do have to be adaptable. What else? I think just like have a sense of humour, like you really do, because
Don't take it so seriously.
don't take things so seriously all the time. Like it is a fun environment, and I think if we're portraying like a fun environment, because we do have a lot of fun whilst we're doing all our work, that I think that reflects on members a lot as well. And then third thing would be, I don't know. What do I need to have, Max?
Patience.
Oh, patience.
Patience.
Yeah, patience can be
Big one.
handy. Patience. I won't elaborate on that, but
Yeah.
Okay, great.
patience is important.
Yeah, great. Okay, cool. And Max, what about you in your role? So what
I think-
characteristics do you think you need?
I think you need to be really good with time management.
Yep.
Oh, for sure.
100%. Like our days are set up, and we try to structure our day as best as we can. But then you'll be sitting here, and then a member will come in and have a chat with you for 30 minutes, and it just blows your whole day out. So you've got to really be able to
Time management
and schedule your day to get everything done.
Yeah.
I think patience,
Yeah.
100% patience, and just relax and have some fun. You've got to take like Rach said, not everything so seriously. The work, we get the work done, but we try to have as much fun as we can. It helps the day go by.
Okay, well, staying on that fun side of things, you
Yes.
guys have been in the industry a little bit longer, like you've got quite experience in it. What are some of the funniest things you've seen? You must have some stories.
Well, luckily for us, we do have cameras in the club. Look, I won't talk about any specific examples from here, but at my previous club, there's been some funny incidents with the bench press, losing weights off the side, legs up in the air, just a little bit too heavy. Some falling over moments.
People using equipment
not quite the way it was intended to be. Use
New techniques.
innovative techniques, I would say. What else? Just
people are funny.
People are funny.
And I think that stems from people maybe reading things online, thinking like, that's what I should be in the gym doing for me, and they haven't really talked to anyone or researched more properly about the exercise and the things that they should be doing, so they come in and they just kind of like wing it, and next thing you know, you're like reverse cowgirl on the leg press, doing all these just crazy movements. This is at an old club that I worked at. I had one member, and he had the cables set up, 2 around his wrist, 2 around his ankles, and he just kind of be like starfish, kind of like flying.
Is it working?
Yeah, it was just, and that is all he would ever do. Every time he came into the gym, he'd be like starfish on these cables. It was just out of control.
Love it. But don't ever stop doing the innovative stuff, because it gives us something to
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, just a
Amuse.
spark in our day.
Yeah,
And if you are confused and you think maybe this isn't quite
If it
right,
doesn't
just
feel right,
come
come and ask us.
and ask us.
Excellent. Okay. So as a gym goer myself, obviously am a human, so I have some issues with motivation and things like that. What do you think as an industry we can do? Because it's quite common that you hear people joining a gym, we go good, and then we fall off the wagon. So what are some things you guys do to try and help these members through, I guess, this lack of motivation or not seeing results quick enough? What are some things you guys are doing?
I think I know something that I do personally with some of our members. They come in and they ask because they're just not sure about what they should be doing. Have a plan, have a plan of what time and what days you'll be coming to the gym that suit your lifestyle, and have a plan of what you're actually going to be doing in the gym. So have it mapped out. You're going to be here, you're going to warm up on the treadmill, you're going to go up and you're going to do a chest and back day. What exercises in that chest and back day are you going to do? How many sets? How many reps?
Yeah.
Have it all planned out. So when you wake up in the morning, have your bag packed, ready to go.
Yeah.
All you need to do is turn up.
Yeah.
And then you can zone out and just go through the movements.
Yeah.
And that, I think, is the first step.
Yeah.
I think as well, often when people first join, one of the things that we always ask people is how often do you want to come in? And very regularly people will say, like 7 days a week or 6 days a week, and things like that, when they're coming from a space where they haven't trained for a while, or they've never trained in a gym before, or they're getting back into fitness. So leaping from 0 to 100, you're setting yourself up to fail, because that's just that's
It's
really hard
unrealistic.
anyway. It's just really hard to
It's so
do.
hard.
Yeah.
So my recommendation is always to be sort of conservative in that, and just sort of go, okay, well, I'm going to go every day, once a week for the first 4 weeks or 8 weeks, and build on the habit that you're starting.
Yeah.
Because starting new habits, that's really hard.
Yeah,
It's not easy, and there's a reason why we all struggle with it, because it's not easy.
Yeah.
And we all know what we should be doing in the sense that we need to be active and all that kind of stuff, but it's not as hard, it's not as easy as what it seems.
Yeah.
Okay. And guys, last question to anyone that's watching this that possibly has never been into a gym before or is a hit and miss gym goer, what advice would you give someone where, the voice in their head comes out and, I'll start on Monday, or I need to get a little bit fitter before I join a gym? What advice would you give someone right now?
I think, we've all probably been in that headspace where we want to start doing something, we're like, we're just not fit enough or whatever. I think come and chat to someone, come and chat to us, because it is scary, I get that, and it is intimidating sometimes, and if you keep putting it off, you keep putting it off. So we're nice, we're friendly, we're not going to come and have a chat. Just if you've been thinking about it for 4 weeks, if you've been thinking about it for 12 months, or you've been thinking about it for longer, just stop thinking about it and just come and chat with us, because we can help get you started, we can help
build that plan,
and we can help you build into a routine where you're doing what you want to do.
Yeah. Excellent. Okay, guys, that's a wrap from me. Thank you for joining me this morning. I know you guys are busy. We really appreciate your time and getting to know the ins and outs of what you guys do here.
Thank you.
Thank you.